Hello everyone, and welcome to the top 8 game from the Summerhall 3. My name is Ben, and I am the Knight of the Blackwater, and welcome back to the channel. Today we have Vince on the left, playing Lannister Faith Militant. That is Vince as in the creator of the Drowned God Fanatic. And on the right, we have Matt Chandler, who's seen in a previous video, playing the Free Folk. So we have the, Warriors Sons, I believe they are called, the 5-cost Faith Militant army. We have a gold mine, and we have a Mountains of the Moon for Vince. And against that we have Dahlia, a House Maester, and another Mountains of the Moon. Not Mountains of the Moon. Gates of the Moon. Gates of the Moon? Gates of the Moon. Mountains of the Moon being a Lannister Clansman card. Matt just double checking what Faith Militant does, because I think, like a lot of people, he probably hasn't seen it much. It's not the most common agenda. Quite a fun one though. I've played against it a few times recently. It's kind of surprised me actually. Okay, we have the opening plots, and we have Summer Harvest into, I believe that is Winter Reserves. And Vince has picked Matt to go first. So, just to say, guys, unfortunately, sorry this video's been too long to come out. It's been a while since the other ones, but this is the third time I've attempted to record this video. I've had audio problems, and then just a really weird screw-up on the second attempt. And I'm also afraid to say this is going to be the last video in the series, because the other two videos did not record properly. They were just corrupted, unfortunately. So, yeah, I'm afraid. Sucks a bit. But at the end of it, I would explain what happened in the top 4 and the final. So we have an Egret put into play, and he then draws a card for Dahlia, because Dahlia has the text, if you're not aware, that says whenever wildling enters play, draw a card, limit once per phase. I must admit, Free Folk is something I've been considering playing for a Great Hall event I've got coming up, which you'll be seeing on the channel. I'm going to take the camera. I'm not sure it's going to be the biggest one, but it's going to be an event to kind of tie me over while, as I'm sure you are aware, I've got paternity leave coming up, so it's just going to help get some content up while I'm recovering from the shock of having another small child in the house and not sleeping. Matt finished his challenge phase by putting the Flea Bottom into play, and then he puts in a Northern Refugee, sitting on 1 gold. Northern Refugee coming in for only 1 gold, because there is a Winter Plot revealed. Vince just double checking his money. Matt forgot the Mountains of the Moon model money, so Mountains of the Moon, Gates of the Moon. God, I keep calling Mountains of the Moon. Do apologise, guys. Vince very kindly said if you want to reconsider putting any cards out, I don't mind. But Matt said he's fine to sit on 2 gold. So we have another, I believe it's the gold mine, the one which is kneel and discard a card to draw a card. Brilliant when you got Flea Bottom out. And good for just getting like dead characters and, other cards you don't need at this point. So Janos Slint hits the board. If you aren't aware, he's a 5/2 with a military and intrigue icon, and has the text, spend 1 gold to boost his strength by 2. And then Vince puts out a, oh my god, it's one of my favourite cards. Something Sisters. Oh, my brain has gone completely dead. I love this card as well. They're currently a 3/1 with intrigue and power, but for every character in your dead pile, they get an extra strength. They are one of my favourite draft cards, actually, because in drafts you have it's only 5 plots, you have a lot of resets, so stuff dies really quickly. So these guys just sit there and become stupidly high strength by the end of it. And especially the way the reset works on that is it's, I think you pick 10 gold or 8 golds worth of characters. I think it might be 10. And everyone else dies, so you can save them. So a bit like Valada Harris, except you die for not if you don't pick it, they're not saved. These guys being strain free means that cost free. They tend to survive, and everyone around them just dies. It's fantastic. Play more draft. Draft's great. I love draft. You need it's good, mostly older cards now. So you have an intrigue coming in from AGOT. Stealthy Janos. So Stealthy Janos Limp by the looks of it. And Matt's going to let this go unopposed.
So do you have any reactions? No reactions. It's unopposed.
So in intrigue we have a Poor Folks. And then Matt's going to kneel his house card and make it military. Make it military claim. Silent Sisters got that in the end. Yes. And Vince is going to kill them anyway. So after all that, I remembered it, and then Vince killed them. Damn you, Vince.
Military.
And Matt's past challenges. Interesting you didn't try and do the military there. So, I think he could have won the military? Oh, I assume you reckon... No, probably can't because of Slint. So the military's going... The military comeback's going unopposed. Okay. So this is intrigue. And Rattleshirt comes in, and then the intrigue... So then uses intrigue to intimidate the Housemaster. I guess we may see him military. All you can do is go Null Refugee. Might be able to just take Dom. Would you take Dom actually?
Yeah, I still trigger it.
6-6 currently. I've played against this deck before. It actually wants to really slow you down. It doesn't really want to race ahead power. Or, either way, it doesn't want you to race ahead of power. It doesn't tend to race ahead of power. So it's quite an interesting game. Sometimes he just won't do challenges. And we've got power coming in from the. Now, I remember seeing this for the first time. I think he should have done the military, got the unopposed, and then he could have stolen a power with the agenda. I guess the main reason for doing it would be he didn't want to have the power on the second sons, on the warrior sons. But it does seem like he could have got a kill and taken the power off of Matt there. But I guess it's again where you want them, and he would also gain the power from the unopposed, so he would have ended up one more power.
Any other players in the top 8 want me to grab them a drink while I'm going down? Give me your money and I'll...
It's code for that.
So we're going to end 2-1 after round 1 to Vince, and then looking to go into round 2.
Regular code for
That ain't enough, mate. Sorry, Terry.
I've got no more change.
Well, give me your notes then, innit?
I've got no more money. Sorry.
No, I'll...
Yeah, so it's power like you oppose.
So guys, a little bit of a break, as I'd say. If you are interested in helping out the channel and helping me put out more videos like this, then do consider supporting the channel on Patreon. You can, the link in the description below, but basically go to Patreon, type in Knight of the Black Water in the search box, you will find us. And yeah, looking to help get around the country, go to as many store championships as possibly can, and as many regionals as possibly can. So now we probably understand why Vince didn't use the agenda to put the power onto the Warrior Sons, because he's played Valor, plenty Valor, and Matt has played Winds of Winter, and so that's very interesting. There's a very early aggressive Valor there. I know the free folk can run away with it if you're not careful, but that still seems quite an early one.
sorry. Oh, because it's 2 interrupts.
So Matt here should have 3, 4 for winter reserves, 5, 6, 7. 7 gold to make it. Matt's having a think here. Interesting match is to go first. It might have been better to go second because at the end of the day, Vince can't really defend against most of this. So we have a Crow Killers and a Spearwife. So, you know, there's no claim. So Vince attacks you, you don't really care.
I'll discard a card.
So Vince's going to discard a card, and he discards Walk of Shame to draw a card. He discards another Walk of Shame to draw a card. And that's right, he discards the State Winds Walk of Shame. It's a really interesting include because you have the Teeth Collectors. I think they're like +1 gold, and every time you collect income, you can either pay 1 or 2 gold to give them a power. So you just sit there, these cards slowly build up a power, and your opponent thinks, oh, okay, I need to kill them over. Before your opponent gets a chance to kill them, you just play that card, and they have to discard 5 cards, or like 4 or 5 cards, and well, maybe not that many, but you know, quite a few cards, and he gets to draw some cards. It's quite an interesting include for a relatively cheap character. So Vince put a card in his channels then, sitting on 5 gold. Even though I said I have already seen this game a couple of times, I think that's pretty telling. That's probably Sir Robert Strong. I'm trying to work out if I think the Crow Killers don't get to defend here. So Matt goes in, shooting military, then chooses another faction card and do power. And they've got intrigue coming in. And so Robert Strong comes and chops the Crow Killer's heads off. So it might have been better. So it might have been better to wait and so they didn't kneel, I guess. But you know, I think you got to risk it in a lot of ways. So Vince takes Dom, and we are sitting at 4-1. Vince discard a card, and looks like he drew all 3 Walk of Atonement. So was it Walk of Shame, Walk of Atonement, whatever it's called. So that is it's quite unfortunate. Fortunately, he did have the gold mines to filter his hand, get rid of them, and draw some new cards. So one of the many great uses of that card. Yeah, you can just get rid of cards you don't really need at that point, or just fill up your discard pile ready for Flea Bottom. You know, get rid of dead characters. It's really, I really like the card. It's just annoying that you do have to discard before you draw. You know, it's the only downside. Because the time going, I don't really want this card, just then you discard it and they go, now I've drawn this card, I'd have kept that card. But, you know, probably those would be too similar to that Tyrell character, I guess. Not Hightower Spy. Envoy, is it? The one where you bestow, and when a card comes into play during the challenge phase, you can draw as many cards to the bestow and then discard that many cards. Alright, we're on to third plot phase. Currently, say 4-1 to Matt. We have Winter into Uneasy Truce. So, Uneasy Truce is quite an interesting card. It means if you want to challenge your opponent, you have to give them a power. And it also means that other cards can't gain power. So, cards like the Wall, for instance, I believe, and just can't gain you power outside of the challenge. This again, we'll say this deck is really trying to slow your opponent down, just really trying to make them, just really trying to grind them down, play the long game. So you have a Rosary put out. We have 6 skins. So 6 skins he's a warg, and he's current free cost, sorry, 5 cost free strength character with a military icon. Seems okay. Doesn't seem great, but then he has the text that at the start of the challenge phase you get to pick one of the other, pick one of his abilities, so the wolf or bear, or I can't remember the other one, and that means that you gain an intrigue icon, an intrigue, or a power icon, and stealth, or just like 5 strength and intimidate. Really strong card for this build. Just good card in general, especially this build where you want to have something which can pick icons.
So count 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
How many cards do you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You have 2, 3.
So we're going to discard a card with Goldmines, discarding the Thief Collector as I talked about just now, which now he's discarded all 3 of his Walk of Atonements, probably makes sense. We have a Flea Bottom board into play. We have a Begging Brother with 1 gold on him.
I'll go military. 2.
Going to have 2 gold put on him. Then we're going to have the Lannisport Merchant put out. So he's going to try and use 6 skins ability. Will the Begging Brother stop it? I would imagine so. And indeed, the Begging Brother does stop it.
Anyway,
30 meters is the best one.
and then let's do power charge. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10.
So Matt just thinking here because he going to struggle to get challenge through now that 6 skins has been blanked. I guess you still do the military just to nail someone out.
You can't trigger any effects, but you
So you have military coming in for 2, which I think probably is the correct choice because if there's a burned men in hand, then obviously Matt would still win the challenge. So you have to nil the Robert Strong. And we have the last of the Giants. Ooh, to bring in a Rattle Shirt. And the great thing about the Rattle Shirt is he can't be affected by the Begging Brothers because it's not a reaction. You just need attachment or you can't stand. So Matt gives Vince another power. So this is a wood as well in hand, which I know Vince is running.
Let me see if I have it.
And indeed, he does have a wood as well. He's going to discard a card. He's going to discard a Silent Sisters. He's going to bring them into play with Flea Bottom. And they are currently strength 4. They're going to be 5/6 on Swedish Whale hits.
They can't pass it, can they? It's without attachments.
Oh, can it be declared as a
So Vincent Neurosis couldn't be declared as defender without an attachment. So there we go. They come in and fully block the challenge for 6. Very well played there by Vince. Good play by both players, but that's what you want to see. Some good frames there, some good counterplay. Oh, I've got you. Or actually, no, you haven't got me. So that's what we like. Good frames. And now over to Vince for challenges. We have a power challenge from the Begging Brother.
So
reaction to put a power onto the Begging Begging Brother. That's the other great thing, because he can get that extra power off there. He's just given a power, he immediately gets it back, so it kind of negates the downside to the plot. So we're kind of sitting at 5-2, I believe. Yeah, 5-1. Sorry, no, 5-2 in second because dominance is about to go to Matt. Oh no, because you can't gain dominance, sorry, because of the plot. Of course, I beg your pardon. So we're currently sitting at 5-1. So Vince here has selected his 4th plot. And we have Famine into Valada Harris. So interesting time to play Valada Harris there, because obviously Matt's board's pretty small, so he's completely unaffected by this plot.
First player is going to be.
So Matt is, I believe Vince has picked Matt to go first. We have a Duke for 6 skins. So I have seen an interesting Baratheon version of this deck, as another Spear Wife comes into play, which used the new 2-cost location to move the power off off the Faith militant characters after they steal power, so you didn't have to keep the power on these chuds that are going to die. So that seems like quite an interesting little build, especially as we enter Janksgiving. We're now in Janksgiving. We've got 2 more gold spent for Milk of the Poppy on the Begging Brother. I think you hate to do it, but I think you have to do it. And I think Spearwise, they have stealth when your opponent has more power on the house card than you. So this can be very hard for Vince to defend this military challenge now. Rose open out for Vince, so he is rolling in the money. We have another Silent Sister board to play, which is currently strength 4.
Almost the only thing you
I'm
can
going to get 3 pounds.
present to play is
Because they're going to be very powerful.
Kid.
And we have Vladsport Merchant Nelt and Pycelle brought into play. Plus, obviously, we've got Flea Bottom, so Vince probably should be quite good here for not getting completely destroyed.
Sap him, stamp him.
Yep, so military stealthing's Robert Strong.
Yeah, sorry.
So Flea Bottom's going to bring a character into play. I don't think there's any military icons in there that I can remember. So I think it's just a case of, bring the Teeth Collector in just to die. And that goes unopposed. And kills the Lannisport Merchant and the Teeth Collector. Obviously boosting the strength of the Silent Sisters to now, I believe, what was it? So 4 before, so now the strength 6. So this card just becomes phenomenal, and it's going to be very hard to get past. So you can get Syria Pharrell out as well, give them military icon and stealth, so they can't be bypassed. They're a very strong choice to this deck. Matt just double checking the strength, and we're ready to point to here the strength 6 currently. Sorry. Last of the giants to put out the 1/1, the 11 strength giant. Has the action near him to put him into a challenge of an attacking wildling character. So I don't think it now matters what strength the Silent Sisters are. So you've got Power Challenge Stealth in the Silent Sisters. Vince just thinking he spent the gold for Flea Bottom, which I believe he did.
Because of that, then I would blame
Teeth Collect. So the Gold Mine discards a Tyrion Lannister to draw a card. Interesting. And draws a Roger, and then immediately discards that Roger he drew to draw another card, which I didn't see. Maybe he's looking for Nightmares.
I was still think the Silent Sisters, they all stealth.
It's not tricky.
They're mountain forcing you to
So going to oppose with the Begging Brothers and Pycelle. So 2 powers claimed. Reaction to power being claimed. Nil the faction cards to do military claim, which is going to kill the other 2 characters. Discarding the milk. And then there should be Intimidate coming in from the giant because he is brought in with Last of the Giants, and indeed there is. And yes indeed there is.
Actually, can you intimidate? 14 opposed for 5.
I did see this, but I never had
Now they are 8.
So Vince is double checking that they could be knelt because they're due to have a strength boost. They are now strength 8. They are they're almost as strong as a giant. So we're going to have military coming in from Sir Robert Strong, which is just, as he's worked it out, is just going to kill the giant. He's going to oppose it and kill the giant. So Vince is just going to take Dom, and 1-1 is killed. Because of Last of the Giants. I say it would be good with Iron Bank, but obviously Iron Bank does not combo well with the agenda because you want to kneel your faction card.
No, he's really old. I was just wondering. You're really old. Yeah, because I used to play bodyguards. Okay. When I played for a while, I just kind of just trying to be fast. I was more losing. I was also trying to cut because the lists often have lots of effects.
So we have political disaster. Interesting. Into counting coppers.
First player would be. It will be you.
So Vince picks Matt to go first. Interesting choice we gets rid of here. Probably the Rose Road, I guess. Yeah, indeed the Rose Road. Vince has got an even bigger choice. So he gets rid of one of the Rose Roads. And he's going to get rid of both the gold mines. So there's all his filter gone. And we see a copy of the Hound there. We saw an Ocean Road. So Matt here should be getting 4, 5, 6, 7 gold again.
Sorry.
We have, I can't remember his name. He's the brother of that Banner, who was no law couch on your side. He gains a power icon and +2 strength. Seems quite a good include in this because you're not going to have any law characters. And we have an Ocean Road and a Landsport Merchant board to play.
Okay, let's find a sec. One card in hand.
Oh yeah, depending on when, yeah. Assuming yeah. I can play at the start with diamonds, to go get the flash thing. It's quite a very wide strategy.
And we have Tyrion Lannister to play.
Use the military. It's gonna go. Intrigue with him, gives him insight track. I can wait to come with power with
Let's have a look at the trains.
fuck it. Go for it.
So Vince just having a bit of a think here. So this would be where the gold mines would be really useful because you don't have the Hound. You could have discarded the Hound with. You can discard the Hound, put him into the discard pile, use Flea Bottom to jump him in, and then obviously he returns to hand. So he just comes a brilliant draw a piece. So then next time you do the same thing again, you only pay 1 gold to bring into play. Well, and then if you've got 5 gold, you can use 1 gold to bring into play. Then you use another, and then he wins the challenge. Obviously comes back to your hand. You can then use another 4 gold to bring him into play. So you've got power and stealth on 6 skins. Got 1 go to Nightmares. I believe that was the Sun Sisters because obviously they are strength ridiculous right now. So you have a power challenge.
No reactions, I guess. Claim.
I believe it's the power challenge stuff in Tyrion, but unless I missed it, there wasn't two nightmares, was there? So we're going to have a military claim from the agenda, and then I guess you have the Spearwife going to stealth past Sir Robert Strong to kill another character, especially where there's no gold, so there can't be any shenanigans with Flea Bottom. You're going to kill someone pretty good. He's not doing it. Interesting. Why would he not do that? You got stealth. Matt, I'm sure you're gonna watch the video back. Let me know why you didn't do that, because you had stealth. That would seem like a no-brainer. You're gonna kill one of like the three best characters that he can have. I think basically it's these three and the Hound about the best characters in the deck. So the Robert Strong comes in, the challenge goes unopposed, and is opposed, and then they are killed. I have a power challenge stealthing the guy I can't remember the name of. I think it's like Lemrock or something. Can't remember. I've played lots of Brothers Without Banners as well, so that's quite embarrassing. I think we leave Matt one dom, and we're currently sitting at. Oh, maybe he'd lost stealth because of winning the power challenge. Yeah, that could be it. Maybe you should have done the military first. Yeah, maybe that was it. If that is the case, I do apologise, Matt, if I just shaded you on the camera and it was really obvious. So you have fortified position into I can't see. Could be you win or you die. And he's drawing 4 cards, so I'm going to guess it's you win or you die. Seems a fair bet. So 6 skins has another dupe. Might as well put it out because you're losing the card anyway. We have a Syria Pharrell, obviously blanked at the moment because of fortified position. And the big thing here at the moment is there's a lack of icon spread because of the agenda, because of the lack of icons to the plot. On the upside, the Silent Sisters are currently strength 1. So we have the gold road. So this is 2 cost, 1 gold, and as a challenge action, you let to gain a gold. So we have a military for 8 coming in. Didn't need to get that high, so the Weirwood Bow could have kept a character standing, but I guess if they've only got military icons, it probably doesn't matter. I'm probably assuming there's a Hound as well. And this is the thing with these free folk decks. So they don't clear the board early on. It can start feeling like you've... it can start feeling like you're just stuck in a non-win situation.
9.
So Vince defends for 9. Obviously, Sir Robert Strong's going to have his strength reduced. And there's a treachery. No, a Widow's Wail.
That's wondering whether I should just go into.
And yeah, Vince opposes the challenge. Doesn't use the agenda because of because those guys are going to disappear. So he's going to use the agenda now to still on with the second Silent Sisters, and gains another 2 power from the challenge. So he's now on to 7 power to 2 by the looks of it. This is a really interesting deck because Vince's deck just really frustrates you, slows you down, stops so many of your tricks. It's a really clever deck. I'm not saying it's like, it's not something you're probably going to see winning worlds or anything like that, but it's I think come like Store Champ season, this might be something to actually worth taking to a Store Championship, because I think you could do really well at Store Championship level and have fun doing it and be something, a little bit out of left field. If it wasn't for the requirements, I would say you probably could take it to a to a Great Hall event, but unfortunately, obviously, they are they're limited in what you can. Yeah, are limited in what your genders you can pick. So we have the Long Winter into Your King Commands It. I believe that is what it's called. So this is the 6 cost, 6 gold agenda. Only kings and queens can gain power. And the Long Winter, obviously, 2 claim. Anyone with a non-summer agenda must discard a power. So we have a not a spear wife. What is that? That's a Wildling Scout brought into play. 1 card in hand because obviously left because obviously he said discard his hand. Didn't use the Ocean Road. Could have reduced that. And we have another Warrior Sons brought into play. So 6 gold left, 6 gold to 5 gold, so lots of gold. But obviously we know Matt probably doesn't have too many tricks left because of he's got no cards now, basically. So Vince realises that he was over reserve last turn. Who discards the Hound, which we knew was in hand. We've seen that card in hand a few times. So, Matt, if you did watch this back, that was legit. And we have a Nightmares played on the Silent Sisters. Might have been tempted actually to do that on the Flea Bottom. I haven't really done the maths, but there's enough stealth on the board now that if you did it on the Flea Bottom, then there's no chance of the Hound jumping in. Obviously, there's Joe Line then not having a Hound in hand. So the military from Syrio So Sirio and Sixskins go in on Sirio. So Sirio gave Sixskins stealth, and I believe Sixskins has taken intimidate. So then they've obviously stealth both of the military icons on the board. So it goes unopposed. There's going to be 2 claims. So I think Robert Strong, Robert Strong and the Warrior's son are both going to be killed. And then he's going to use it for power. That actually does make sense. I don't think you've lost the opportunity to clear the board, but actually he's really far behind on power. Probably needs to.
I like how the kind of events you can flip it around as well. Yeah, but now that's science. Yeah.
Gentlemen, that is time on the round.
And time has just been called on the round. Intrigues fully opposed by Tyrion. Sacrifice him to give Sixskins stealth. So not Sixskins. Stealth. So we're going to have the Hound brought in. And he's going to oppose. And Matt doesn't bother because he knows there's a Widow's Wailing Hound, so he would have won the challenge. So he lost the challenge either way. We have an intrigue coming in from the Silent Sisters for 1. Which is unopposed. There's no claims, there's no cards. And then going to use Faith Militant to take some extra power. Putting Vince on to 7. And here comes the Hound. The Hound comes in a power challenge, which is going to be unopposed. So, force reaction moves back to a hand. Now Vince is up to 9 power, so it's 9-3. We're timing the round pretty much game, but I'm pretty sure Vince didn't hear that it was time on the round. Dominance goes to Matt, and we're going to have a card which is the Blessing of the 7, which when you lose Dominance, you still 2 power, and put it on this 7 character. And that puts Vince onto 11 power, so it's 11-2. And time is called, and Vince has won. So thanks guys for coming on. Bad luck to Matt. Well done, Vince. Just to quickly run you down on the rest of the top 4. So unfortunately, the video rage corrupted. Vince played me in the top 4 and beat me horrendously. I had no answers for any of his tech. Just didn't see the burn. And Dave Banford from Banter Behind the Throne played Joe Zimmer, who of my former co-host on Southern Bannerman, and Joe won. And in the final, Joe beat Vince in the end. So guys, thank you very much for watching this series. Want to see any other videos or one playlist? Obviously, if you want to support the channel, please do consider going onto Patreon, $1 a month or anything like that. It is very much appreciated. And otherwise, yes, come out for the next season, which will be a Great Hall event, and then we're on to Store Champ seasons. Also, do keep a lookout for lots of deck talks and obviously live streams coming up. And as always, guys, it has been emotional.